Sexy love. Sexy love. Sexy love. Sexy love. Ooh.
Most businesses struggle to turn their online presence into real revenue growth because juggling it all without a strategy just doesn't work. Digital Hive Labs builds the engine for your business growth. We craft high-performance websites and targeted digital marketing strategies designed to connect you with more customers and drive sales. From dominating search results with expert SEO to engaging customers through social media, we turn your online presence into your most powerful sales tool. Visit digitalhivelabs.com to get started.
Welcome to the Love and Victory Show with Val, where we will bring you candid conversation. In each conversation, we will talk about real life ups and downs while tackling unresolved matters. We will also unmask issues and truly speak straightforward and candid about our needs and brokenness, while allowing ourselves to exhale so that we can become victorious. This is a place where you can be open to the possibilities of living life in abundance while gaining tools to become bold and complete. So let's get to it. We have amazing guests each week, and today is no exception. Join us as we change lives one conversation at a time. You know what to do. Now let's get to it. Morning. How y'all doing this morning? Because I'm doing quite fine this morning. What about y'all?
Doing pretty good.
Pretty good.
Fantastically well.
Fantastically well.
Yes.
I'm gonna see if I'm gonna be able to, if these men will be able to handle Val this morning. Yeah, Val coming with some serious energy. So I want you guys to see what y'all gonna bring today.
Hey, we got it.
Y'all got
I'm
it?
here for it. I'm up for a challenge. Always
Y'all
up for a challenge.
Okay.
Always.
Well, you know, the title of the show this morning is The Shift Starts Here. So we're gonna see if y'all gonna shift from the bed. Because, you know, that weather was all good and it was raining and we didn't want to get up. We hit that alarm button again.
Said that right.
I know. I was trying not to call you out, Brother Carter.
No, man.
Man, but we used to.
It is what it is. Let's get to it.
Okay, yeah. Well, Brother Carter, the baddest co-host out there. How you feeling this morning?
Oh, man, don't ask me that part.
Don't ask you that part. But you're here.
I'm here, though. I'm here.
I'm
here for you and the people.
All right,
There you go.
All right. Well, let me just start this off. They talk about me because of the way I tell people's names. And so I already got chewed out. Well, not chewed out. I was kind of talked about early this morning. So I'm going to start with Tadario. Woo, how you doing?
I am blessed. And highly favored. There we go.
Well, I'm so excited to have you back on the show again. You did such an awesome job. Well, every time you've come on, you've done a really good job. So thank you for coming back home.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
All righty then. And of course, you guys know Mr. Allen.
Here we go.
You know, he's one of the regulars.
There we go.
You know, he's like family.
Absolutely.
Well, everybody that come on here is family. Ain't like it. Y'all are family.
Yeah.
So we're grateful, especially when you commit yourself to get up this early when you can be doing anything other than being here. So
commit our ways unto the Lord.
Yeah. So we thank you guys for being here and showing up and pouring in.
No doubt.
And of course to Aaron, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing really great, Miss Carter. How are y'all doing?
We're doing all right, even though that alarm didn't do what it was supposed to do, and it did it at the wrong time.
No, it did what it was supposed to do. It's just annoying is all. Yeah, no, I don't know about y'all in y'all's area, but I got a 3:45 alert and alarm telling me there's a tornado warning, which, you know, it's good. It's rightfully so. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But in my perfect little world, it disrupted my sleep.
All right, then. But you got here on time. And
but I got here safe and sound, even though some of the lights were just pitch black and I accidentally ran. Well, I'm not going to say that.
Don't say that. You did all right.
Don't incriminate yourself.
No, you did not do anything. Well, we was to get this show started.
So how you doing there, Val? Everybody, you checked on everybody else. How you coming along?
I feel fantastic. I am so grateful. I'm so excited to be here.
Did you get any rest last night, or you just so super excited about the show today that you just couldn't get to sleep and you was just thinking about it?
Let me tell y'all something. I get the right amount of sleep every night. God says, some people need to have 8, 9, 10 hours. I don't need that. God say, a dab a do. And when I need to lay you down longer, I'll lay you down longer. So I got the right amount of sleep. Thanks for asking.
I have a question for y'all, if you don't mind. So on Friday nights, when y'all are getting ready for, the show Saturday morning, do y'all normally have that kind of excitement, anxiety kind of feeling like, tomorrow we got this?
We don't think about it.
Oh, it's just
I
part
don't.
of regular
I
routine.
literally, we really don't discuss it. We don't talk about it.
Yeah.
We don't do anything. When we first started the show, that's a good question. When we first started,
I could slow down on my cocktails on Friday night, but
So it
is what it is,
right? On the nip.
Yeah, on the nip, yeah.
But when we first started the show, I used to have so much anxiety because I was worried about, am I going to do it right? What are they going to think?
Right.
And God told me to take all of that out. And just know that let him do what he's doing. So we don't come in here, we don't prepare.
Yeah.
The preparing happens too much. When we decide on who's going to be on the show, Aaron and I and the team, we sit down and do it, and then we allow God to do the rest. So I can't do the anxiety.
And see, I asked that question because every time I come on Friday, I get a little bit of anxiousness, but excitement too. It's like, so that's why I was wondering, y'all
you don't know
pros, the veterans in this game.
In a minute, you're gonna shift to, I know them people. I got this thing. God got this thing. It's gonna be all right.
I love it.
Do you get anxiety when you come? That's a good question.
I think it's natural for me. I mean, I do a lot of open events, community events, so it's natural for me to just talk,
just show up.
Yeah. And I'll just let it just go.
Okay.
So
all right then.
Well, that's what it's about on the Love and Victory Show with Val. We just let it go. Let it go. So we're gonna start this thing off with scripture and a prayer today.
All righty, let's do it.
I'm gonna do the scripture and ask one of you brothers to do the prayer. I think you did it last time. So brother AP.
Sure.
AP, the CPA, gonna do
there you go.
Right.
Gotcha.
All right. So the scripture today is gonna come from the book of Colossians, chapter 3, starting at the 12th verse, and it's so tight in here.
I'm so sorry.
So leave it like that, right there. Therefore, that's what it says. Therefore, as the elect of God, holy beloved, put on tender mercies, kindness, humility, meekness, long-suffering, bearing with one another and forgiving one another. If any man has a complaint against another one, even as Christ forgave you, so you also must do. But above all these things, put on love, which is the bond of perfection. And let the peace of God rule in your heart, to which also you were called in one body. And be thankful. Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly, and in all wisdom, teaching and admonishing one another in psalms and hymns and in spiritual songs, with grace in your heart to the Lord. And finally, and whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. This has been the reading of Colossians chapter 3, verse 12 through 17. May the Lord add a blessing to the hearers, readers, and doers of his word. And this is putting on the new man. This is putting on the new man. And something, whenever you put on something new, what you have to do?
Look in the mirror.
You got to take off something old.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay.
I was gonna say adjust.
Okay.
You can't put the new man off until you start taking off some of the old man before you can get to that place of perfection.
Okay, I like that.
And so you want to dab in a little bit of old things you need to take off?
Well, attitude.
Okay, it says it right here.
Okay.
It says it right here. Therefore, put to death your members which are in the earth: fornication, uncleanness, passion, evil desires, covetousness, which is idolatry. Because of these things, the wrath of God come upon the sons of disobedience, in which you yourself once walked then we all walked in that place
Yeah.
where you lived in them. But now, know you yourself are to put away these things also: anger, wrath, malice. What's that word there?
What?
Blasphemy. There we go.
There.
Blasphemy. Filthy language out of your mouth.
Oh.
And say we got to take all these things out of our lives in order to become the new creature in Christ Jesus. And so just remember, when you're putting on something new, you always got to take away some old things. You got to take your old clothes off. You know, it's all about your mindset anyway.
There you go.
It's clothing your mind in the right areas. In order to clothe your mind correctly, you have to declothe and then reclothe.
Okay. All right.
That makes sense.
Make a whole bunch of sense.
Makes sense. All right. Anybody want to add to, take away, and do anything with those scriptures right there?
For me, I think it was clear.
That was very clear.
You got something to add to Darius?
Nah.
Dario, you have anything to add to that?
I mean, he said it with mindset. You know?
Okay.
So shifting that and coming with new thoughts and new ideas and new framework. You know, so
the shift begins here. That's the name of the show today.
It's right on.
That's that shifting right there.
All right, then.
Hey, AP, I know you got something, man.
Yes. No, I absolutely agree. As we're talking about the shift, that was kind of my thoughts on the day, is making sure that we have the appropriate mindset going into things. And as you say, when we get something new, it is time to take something old off. Yep, to make room for the new.
Yeah. As we evolve, as we elevate ourselves in this thing called life, we have to start pulling off some of the old things. You're gonna be a silly kid all your life if you never take away some of the bad childlike things in your life and start maturing in life. So, having said that, we're gonna toss the baton over, throw the frisbee over. Toss the football and basketball. All the sports things are going on right now. Baseball, everything going on right now.
Let's do it. All right, sure thing. Father God, I just want to thank you for this time for us to gather. We just want to pray for everyone who is out there who is under the sound of our voices, that they get a blessing today, that we're able to have a conversation that truly does transform people as they hear it. We want to make sure that we let you lead our path, let you lead our way, let you be able to start the shift right here with us, and that trickles down to everybody who is tuning in today. We want to thank you for all the blessings that you've given us and those that are still yet to come, and pray that we are able to have a great and wonderful conversation in your holy and powerful name. Amen.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. All righty then. Well,
Let's get to the riddle.
We get ready to go on down. And Aaron, you got that riddle for us?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So this week, our riddle is, what is something that can go through the weakest glass without shattering it and is flexible enough to bend without ever breaking?
Say that again.
What is something that can go through the weakest glass without shattering it, and what is flexible enough to bend without ever breaking?
Water?
No.
That's a good one, but no, it's not water.
Sound.
That's a good one too.
Wind.
Air?
Yeah, I'll definitely say y'all are on the right vein.
We're on the right
Y'all are on the right
All right,
vein.
we're going to give the crew an opportunity.
We're going to give the Carter crew out there an opportunity, and we're going to shift this thing over. You know, last week was my husband's 64th birthday.
Right.
So we took
Happy
off.
birthday.
Yes, we took off time to celebrate his birthday. And so normally Lawrence is a person that's always, and it's our anniversary the next day. So Lawrence is a person that's always pouring into others. And so I really wanted, because he has a very spoiled wife, if y'all didn't know, you know, so I really wanted this birthday to be about him, you know, and so we kind of took a little trip and went up the road, and in less than 24 hours, I was able to put a little surprise together. But we're just supposed to do a little birthday thing. Aaron, you want to hit it? lady. Y'all see that lady? Lawrence, you see that lady up there?
Yeah.
Do you see her? Good morning, good morning. So before we get going, the young lady y'all see on the screen, she was a angel. You know, her daughter. Let me start off. We went to the Golden Nugget, and when we walked in the room, Lawrence, of course, it was amazing. And so at that point, I said, Lee, I got to pull together a surprise birthday for him. And I immediately started getting on the horn. I went down and I was trying to do everything on my phone, not knowing anyone in Lake Charles really that I could call on in such short notice.
Yeah, right.
And her daughter was working at, Miss Carter, like a little cocktail. She was working at the little lounge area. And I started talking about what I wanted. And she immediately said, first she said, let me put it on TikTok or Instagram or something. And I said, don't do that. I ain't got that kind of money. And so then she said, let me call my mom. And this is her mom. And I'm going to let her go from there. How you doing this morning? You want to tell them about your experience running into the Carters? I can't hear you. I can't hear Aaron.
Would you mind testing your microphone one more time?
It's okay. We're going to give you a minute to test your mic.
While she's checking out some of her technical difficulties, let's go ahead and circle back to the riddle real quick.
Okay, perfect.
Because I saw a couple of guesses out there. I want to give y'all a chance in the studio real quick.
Okay.
Final time. So our riddle is, what is something that can go through the weakest glass without shattering it? And what is flexible enough to bend without ever breaking?
Ooh.
And what are some of the responses?
Well, someone got it. That's why I don't want to tell y'all right away. Like last chance.
No, get the other responses before the correct one.
Yeah. What are some of the others that they said? Because we don't have anything. We don't know.
Yeah.
Let me say, it's not that we don't know. We're going to allow the Carter crew.
There we go.
The people that are not in the studio, because, the energy is so high in here.
Yeah.
We're going to let them take it.
Make that shift.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
All right. So just like y'all, I believe Miss Rosemary Fletcher, she guessed sound.
Okay.
But that's not it.
Oh, okay.
But we do have Sandy Park 7165. She said light ray, and that is correct.
Light ray. Okay, that's really good. I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think of that. Prisms and stuff.
Because light goes through everything, especially glass, because it's transparent, right?
Yeah.
And you can bend it so easily,
Wow.
but it never breaks.
Oh, wow. Real good. Okay, Sandy. All righty then.
That was good.
We got her together now. We can come on back in.
We'll go ahead and try it one more time.
Let's try it one more time.
Welcome back, Miss Jamara. Can you hear us?
Are you muted? It's on your end. Look on your end, Jamara. You can hear us? We can't hear you.
I could be something with your mic volume.
Turn your volume
Well, you
up.
look good anyway.
Yeah, no, you look fantastic and amazing.
Oh, God. Oh, she says she can't hear, nor can she. What we'll do, Aaron, she said she can hear us, but we can't hear her. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to the
Can I introduce it?
Yeah, go ahead. And then we'll come back to her. Okay.
All right. So y'all have heard of Tea in the Streets. We like to pick up what people are putting down on the internet. But today we want to take you in a seat in Val's corner.
She got style, grace. She got attitude. So much love in her touch.
It's a groovy song.
So this seat in Val's corner, Val takes a special extra look at the community and things that are going on, not just in the Houston area, but their country at large, and what people are saying and what they're not. And so we're going to cover, Val's going to cover a hot take with Stephen A. Is it?
Are you having a problem too?
My video file disappeared.
Oh God, that's okay.
You know that
the
enemy be attacking. That's all I'm saying.
While you're doing that, I'll talk to them. I like to shake things up, so I'm taking over with A Seat in Val's Corner this week.
I wanted to highlight something that got me worked up. So let's get into When Influence Misses the Mark, a thoughtful response to Stephen A. Smith commentary. I was driven to launch Val's Corner because of the disingenuous outrage and commentary that continues to circulate in our media spaces, often at the expense of women, and in this case, 2 women of color. Over the past few weeks, Stephen A. Smith has used his platform to critique Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett and Serena Williams. Congresswoman Crockett speaks boldly for her district and for communities that are overlooked. Why did Stephen A. feel the need to minimize her intelligence and boldness to street rhetoric? Serena Williams, a top female tennis champion and entrepreneur, appeared in Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance.
Sorry, I do think there's a slight delay, so is it okay if I go ahead and rewind a little?
Yes, go ahead. I'd rather go through clearly so we can discuss it. Feel the need to minimize her intelligence and boldness to street rhetoric. Serena Williams, a top female tennis champion and entrepreneur, appeared in Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. Yet Stephen A. chose to take a personal jab, suggesting her husband should be offended. I like how Serena's husband, Alexis Ohanian, left Stephen A. stumbling over his words. What's most concerning is the pattern. When women of color speak up, show up, or shine, they're often met with critique that feels more personal than professional. And when that critique comes from someone with a massive platform, it shapes public perception in ways that can be harmful. This isn't about canceling anyone. It's about accountability. It's about recognizing that commentary should uplift, challenge, and inform, not diminish or distort. Let's use our voices to build, not break. Let's challenge ourselves with integrity, not ego. And let's remember that leadership, whether in media, politics, or culture, requires responsibility. Alrighty. So, of course, y'all know I love to keep it fresh and always doing something new here. But I was so irritated. I was beyond irritated with Stephen A. And I just want to say that, a lot of times we give women, we like to put a title on a woman saying that she's angry. Well, in corporate America, they'll do this a lot. They'll say when a black woman, a woman of color is speaking up, she's angry. They use the B word. They use all of these things when it's so unfair. And then here we have a highly intelligent, very capable, if not probably one of the most qualified women or persons in Congress right now. But he takes his platform with millions of people to try and denigrate, bring her down, and not even understand. I don't think he even understood what she does, how she got there. He just talks. He's a loudmouth. And he does it on his platform with athletes as well. It's almost like he targets certain ones that they want to go after. That's how I look at it. And so I just wanted to get y'all take before we go to Serena.
I wish you had some footage of what he said.
I think it's, I'll go there. That's okay. The footage of what he said was, he basically was saying that Jasmine Crockett should shut up and basically listen to Trump, work with Trump, the president, versus kind of coming after him. And he was referring to her as she's being the problem versus Donald Trump being the problem, when in fact she's trying to work with everyone. However, because her style of getting out there and being in your
y'all
face.
familiar with anything that happened with Stephen A. and
y'all want to jump in?
Anything like
Have
that?
you heard it?
I've been familiar with it, but I know Miss Crockett. So.
Yes. Okay. So did you see? Or did
I heard something about him putting out an apology.
Now he's doing it because he got his behind toe up by everybody.
I never heard like the original piece of what he said, but to jump in kind of on your analysis of it, I think that's crazy, actually, to be perfectly honest, because when I tell you, and I believe you quoted, he probably said that she was using ghetto rhetoric.
Yes.
Is what he's, to me, and I've watched a lot of Congresswoman Crockett stuff, and I absolutely love her. I love her because she does have a fresh perspective, especially in the political realm. However, everything she says is fact-based.
Exactly.
She double and triple checks her facts.
Mhm.
She's gonna give it to you bold
Yeah.
and loud,
Yeah.
but that does not mean it is wrong or ghetto
Right,
at
right.
the same time. So no, I think that is absolutely crazy because, and hey, sometimes, you know, as much as we don't necessarily want to believe it, sometimes there needs to be a little bit of a confrontation, a little bit of conflict.
Yes.
A little shake up.
Yeah, a little shake up. And so for him to say that she should essentially just kind of fall in line,
That's
and,
basically what he
and
was
do
saying.
what the president said. No, one, they are on, you know, of course, opposite parties naturally,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I think the bigger part of parties is like, hey, what are you trying to accomplish?
Right.
And she is trying to accomplish things for her community,
Mhm.
for the people. And I mean, let's just be honest. I haven't seen anything the president's come out with is trying to accomplish for the greater good other than himself
Yeah.
and those closest to him. So yeah, no, I think that's absolutely crazy because she is someone who is so very well spoken. To me, there's nothing about her that is ghetto at all, and she is very intelligent.
I think for me, and I'm sorry, I don't want to. Like I said, it got me worked up so much that I needed to bring it to Val's corner. I think what bothers me the most is that we always like to go back and say, well, what did she say? Oh, did she have to? Or, you know, just as a woman, you know, maybe you shouldn't have said it that way. Why can they? No one said it. He didn't say anything about this other congresswoman that was speaking so ugly about Jasmine Crockett when she was saying, you know, speaking of her features, talking all of these ugly things about her. Stephen A. had nothing to say. You know, that they've called her, they've said all kind of things about Jasmine Crockett, and he's had nothing to say.
As they have Michelle and
yes, Michelle Obama. They said nothing. Even Vice President, what was her name? That didn't win. Kamala Harris. He said nothing. Now in his apology, he wants to come back and say, oh, she should run for governor of California. You know, I would support her. We see you. And I just wanted to say, we see you, you know, and we knew that you were going to circle back and come back in the community because you're costing your people some money. And they told you to get out here and get this stuff together.
Absolutely.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. Well, I just needed to come back and say that because it bothered me. Yeah. Alrighty then, we're going to keep it moving.
All right.
Let's get back to the birthday party.
No, baby, I got this. Okay, thank you. No. With more from A Seat in Val's Corner. And I just couldn't leave without talking about what happened this past weekend. Let's get into the No Kings March. I created Val's Corner because I believe that change starts with a conversation, not a loud one, not a combative one, but a respectful, honest, and courageous one. And this past weekend, the No Kings March reminded us of the power of collective voice rooted in unity. Across the country, nearly 7 million people participated in one of the largest single-day demonstrations in U.S. history, with over 2,700 events held in all 50 states. Texas alone contributed to well over 60,000 participants, joining millions nationwide in a peaceful call for accountability, dignity, and democratic values. Other major cities with the highest attendance included New York City, over 100,000 attendees, Chicago, estimated 90,000, Los Angeles, over 85,000. This march wasn't about division. It was about civic responsibility. It was about showing up, speaking out, and standing together. And as someone with a platform, I believe it's my duty to amplify these voices and encourage thoughtful engagement. As we reflect on this powerful movement, let's remember, change isn't something that happens overnight. It's built on moments like these, where millions of voices come together, not to tear down, but to lift up. It's about showing up for each other, speaking up when it matters, and standing together as a reminder that we all have a role in shaping the future. All righty then. We actually they had some. I think they had some here in Houston, but we were out of town, so we didn't really get a chance to participate in it. But I kind of have a different view on it. I'm happy to see everybody go out there and they want to march and do all of that. But it was a little different this time. I didn't see as many, and I wanted to get this perspective from you all. I didn't see as many African Americans out there. I wonder why. Can y'all tell me? What's your thought on that? I know I hit y'all with that one. I know. Did you? I know. Come on, give me something. I'm looking at you.
I mean, with all the changes that are happening, I'm looking at a therapist perspective. You know, it's causing disruption or unsettledness that could have our community maybe shy away from going out there this time around.
Yes.
In that sense, and with again the changes that are happening,
Yes.
it could be that they're just more reserved or just not really wanting to go out there in that sense. Because with the internet and how now you can easily get stripped from your job title or employment, it's kind of like, let me step back and step away from the policies and things that's going on.
I like that perspective. That's kind of what I thought of. And then also we've been up front for so long. And I think on this one here, it's kind of like, let us see if we can, and not taking, I think we should be out there. I think we should, if it means something to you. So I'm not saying don't do it. It's kind of like I feel about voting, go vote.
Right,
you know,
absolutely.
At the same sense, you have to make sure that you understand what comes with that. Kind of like what Jasmine Crockett says. She always says, go, if you're going to go and protest or do something, make sure you understand the law and how it's going to impact you for getting out there. So I love that you gave that, because that's exactly
could it be black folks said that I tried to help you when at the polls, but y'all chose against it. So now you got to deal with the consequences of what you chose.
That's a good perspective. That's a very good perspective. I think
y'all cleaned it up. Y'all the one did it.
I think that's a good perspective, but I also think too that that's where we kind of are sitting back, because it's a real big target that's kind of coming on people of color.
Right.
You know, and so you kind of have to really be careful. But we cannot they expect us to be in fear. We can't walk in fear either. So you got to find, and of course, I love the mental perspective.
It's a fine line in that sense. You know, you want that safety and secureness, but you also want to make sure that, again, responsibly, that when you go out there and you participate, you know the end result, the consequences that could happen. You know, unemployment. You know. Followed up with just disciplinary
cancellation and all kind of things.
Exactly. Social media is now playing a role into everything
that you do. 100%. Very good. All righty, Aaron. Were we able to get her back up and going this time?
Yes, but before we do have a few comments.
Okay, go ahead.
Just kind of before we get into the other one, someone had a good question. He said, Herman Lane 6764 says, I'm not a news person. Can anyone explain about the march? Why are people doing that?
Okay. Well, we kind of just I think we just explained that when we just had that discussion.
I'm sorry, I'm working on like the technical back end of things.
That's okay. Herman, thank you for your question. It really was more about the No Kings March, and they were talking about the United States is kind of really people. Let me say, some of the people in the United States are saying that they don't want to have a king, a dictatorship. They want us to still be able to have a voice.
American people realized that we made a mistake, and because he told us the first time he was going to be king of the world.
Yes.
And we thought it was child's play, and now you're seeing it being played out. Everybody have to get under the umbrella, and it's a lot of huge companies falling under the umbrella, and they have to do the things that this president has lined up for them to do. And if he say you can't do this and can't do that, then they stop doing it.
Yes.
What was the initials that most companies live by? They had some initials, and I can't remember them right now, but it was very much inclusive.
Oh yeah, DI.
Yeah. But see, now the exclusiveness is being devastated. It's being taken away, and you can see it in all these large companies that are out there now. So it's horrifying times for a lot of people. So especially people of color. And so
All right, then.
All right.
I like that perspective. All righty, then. Let's keep it going.
A couple more comments. We had Neville Washington. He said he saw that march on TV.
Mhm.
Stephen Robart has an interesting take. He says, I'm not going to any conclusions until they get any result from the march.
100%. Yes.
And then lastly, this is back on Stephen A. Praise Dancers 3 says, Stephen A. is far louder than anyone in the media. If anyone needs to take a silent seat, he would be.
He definitely would be.
And with
Yeah.
that being said, I believe we got the technical issues out of the way. So introducing Miss Jamar.
All righty, Jamal, we got you together.
Can you hear me now?
all right. There she goes.
Yes. Thank
Good
you.
morning. Thank y'all for
Good morning and welcome.
Good.
Okay, you want to go ahead and tell them how did you come in so we can keep this show going?
Okay, so like they said, my daughter works. She's a bartender, and Sister Val ain't Val because we family now. And she mentioned to my daughter that she wanted to do a surprise for her husband, and they called me, and I went in. Well, they called me, and then I called a few people that I know that are decorators, because this is what she told me. She said, I want to do something special for my husband. He does things for everyone. He, he goes above and beyond. And she said, I really want to do something special for him. So after I made about 4 failed attempts at decorators in the area, because mind you, this is about noon, and she wanted this done. We had a hard deadline of 4:00. So I'm like, oh my God, so I'm calling my people, and they're like, I can't do it. I can't, And so when I spoke to her and I heard she told me why she wanted to do it, I was convicted. I was like, we got to make it happen. And so I told her, I say, look, I don't know what to do, how to do it, but I know I want to help you. And I'm a school nurse. And so that morning we did the breast cancer walk. And so I had a student with me, and I was just telling him, I'm like, I'm nervous, I'm anxious. And that's something I don't normally verbalize, but I'm nervous, I'm anxious. And he was like, nurse, it's okay. We got it. I'm going to help you. And he really kept me grounded. And so we did a quick TikTok, search of what, to decorate the room. And I said, oh, okay, it look like men are really simple. So it's going to be easy. We're going to fill this room with balloons. And so we went to work.
Yeah.
Literally.
You did a wonderful job too.
Yes, you did.
You.
Yes.
And we pulled up to Target, and we went next door to Hobby Lobby after we accepted the assignment. And then Val and I got back on the phone, and she said, well, we at Target. And I said, well, I'm next door at Hobby Lobby. So I rolled back over to meet her. And on the way over, I told that student, we don't know who these people are. And now today to learn, I didn't know they were on air or anything, but I told him to trust the shift, as y'all are saying. We had to pivot. And because I did have other plans that day. I didn't tell you that, Val, but I had other plans. So I pivot, and I made that a priority. And we got it done. So I went and met her at Target, and she's like, look, he in the store. And I'm like, okay, well, give me the room key. What you want? Tell me the colors, the things. And she's at my car, and she ducking down, trying to look at the door, make sure he not coming. And so lo and behold, here he come out the door. And I'm like, oh my goodness, because it's supposed to be a surprise. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what are we gonna tell him? I say, just tell him I stopped.
Like, who in the hell she know out here and out here talking?
Right. And so I'm like, look, let's just tell him that I stopped you and asked you for directions. I don't know. She said, girl, I can't lie to that man. She said, I can't lie to him. And so he walked over, and she introduced us to one another, and then she shooed him away, and then we finished up our little business, and then we went our separate ways.
Yes.
But then we met up again at Dollar Tree, and so they were leaving and we were coming, and so he told her, Brother Lawrence told Sister Val, as we were walking in front of the car, he said, look, your little friend. But not us. I'm her little friend. So we were able to. She picked up some things in Dollar Tree, and we were able to grab that. And so we did some other stops, and then my daughter called, and it was divine because it was only going to be my 11-year-old daughter and my student that was going to try to pull this off. And on the way to the casino with all the materials gathered, my daughter called. They had finished something up. And they would just call and see where I was at. And I was like, girl, I done accepted this assignment. What y'all doing? Can y'all come help me? And so they came and met me. And then my one of my best friends, she called me to come and help her do something. And I was like, girl, well, if you come help me do this, I'll come help you do this. And we all showed up at the room at the same time. And so
I don't want to cut you off, but I do want to say this.
Okay.
You know, when you follow when God speaks to you, and I think there is a whole lesson in this here.
Yes.
When God speaks to you, and it may sound crazy to other people, you have to do what he says to do.
Be obedient.
You know, and I was obedient.
Yes.
And you were obedient, and those kids were obedient, and we all got blessed that day.
Yes.
So I didn't mean to cut you off, but I did need to say, thank you, Lord. And as I told you when we met you, thank you for being obedient, because Lawrence absolutely loved his birthday. It started off how you guys poured into him. They had so much fun. He's still recovering from his birthday. So
I had a blast. Thank you for the decorating of the room. It was beautiful. It was very nice. It's a shame I kept running into you everywhere.
Everywhere. That's all I'm about to say. Our last little track to the room, we're walking through the hotel lobby. Are you familiar with the movie Up? Like the little man with all the balloons? That's how we were walking through the lobby, because we had about 50 balloons.
Yes.
And so we ran into the man again. And he was like, okay, I see y'all. And I like,
y'all gonna walk by me like you don't see me.
So we made a mad dash.
Yes.
And we got it done, and she was pleased, and they were pleased, and we were pleased, and it was, and we did not want to be in the room for the surprise, but we ended up being in the room for the surprise, which worked out perfectly because we were able to meet him.
I ended up losing about $700. We're waiting on y'all to finish the room.
Go ahead, Aaron.
So, Brother Carter, since you saw her little friend all over town the whole day, did you have any suspicion, any inclination that this was going on?
Do you want me to give you the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
So it shall be.
You can't. You have to know there's some shiggity going on. When you see this, when you just constantly seeing things,
right?
You know, I'm no idiot. I no stretch of the imagination. But you know something's going on, but the extent of what was going on, I did not know.
Yes, and then of course family came in from out of town, and it was a great evening. So again, thank you, and we got a show.
Y'all don't have a video of the room?
God, no. Actually,
she designed the room.
I know. Actually, I know. I have it, but it's on the thing, and we didn't put it up in the thing to show. But she did an amazing job. And maybe Aaron can get it and put it at the end of the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
You.
Thank y'all. Nice to meet you guys.
All right.
Love you. All right. Keep going, Aaron.
Well, we're actually coming up to the break right now. And you know what? It's time for some fun.
Okay, then. All righty, then. It was so nice.
Bow tie fresh from the cradle to the casket. Always in the good vibes, never in the madness. Turn it up, yo, got the speakers on blasting. Always in the good vibes, hold on to the magic. Bow tie fresh from the cradle to the casket. Always in the good vibes, never in the madness. Turn it up, yeah, got the speakers on blasting. Always in the good vibes, hold on to the magic. See you checking out the drip, yeah, I'm splashing. Candy paint, woo, on the classic. Rams 24, if you're asking. Roof stay down, what? Thought that was established. Hey. Whoa, gotta go. Pushing the gas down with my big toe. Ay. I'm like, whoa, gotta go now. Clear the way out here looking like a snowplow. Looking for that butter, already got toast. Hey, room service, just ran a mama mimosa. Chillin' out, ain't always gotta do the most, bruh. Low key, yeah, you know me. Face in the books, only time I'm being nosy. Plus seats, woo, in the wheel, keep me cozy. Radio, Al Green, yo, with the oldies. While I'm mosey at a low speed. Old time fresh from the cradle to the casket. Always in the good vibes, never in the madness. Turn it up, yo, got the speakers on blasting. Always in the good vibes, hold on to the magic. Old time fresh from the cradle to the casket. Always in the good vibes, never in the madness. Turn it up, yeah, got the speakers on blasting. Always in the good vibes, hold on to the magic.
Okay, you know it's just good vibes around here. Hurry pulling 6 figures, call that a good year. Ay, pull up, you know the crew is top tier. Hey, ask how you make it here. Had to learn to face my fears. Had to learn just how to elevate. I go hard, then I replicate. Cause really it's the little things that get you to a better place. Now really it's the little things you gotta remember. Good vibes over here, January to December, yeah.
Old time fresh from the cradle to the casket. Always in the good vibes, never in the madness. Turn it up, yeah, got the speakers on blasting. Always in the good vibes, hold on to the magic. Old time fresh from the cradle to the casket. Always in the good vibes, never in the madness. Turn it up, yeah, got the speakers on blasting. Always in the good vibes, hold on to the magic.
Had to cut the sinning. I ain't tryna be grilling like call. I'm spitting this that spiritual living. He ain't saved, I'm dipping. Oh, it ain't appealing. Read the word and listen. That's the reason I'm winning. Yeah, if he ain't coming through, nah, that's another God. Check the catalog, Yahweh being big God, big God. Yeah, he brought the action, called the Pixar. Saw the foundation, baby, that is where my bricks are. Yeah, I don't care who's at the top. Give me a minute, I never was swap. Send in the wind, but that meant they gon' fly. I talked to God, he was saying just stop. Yeah, just stop it. Hold it, girls up. Hold up, baby, don't drop it. That you got a ring, hold up, that's another topic. Got win on me, yes, this you should copy. I been it, yeah, I been that chick. It's cause God around, no CD miss. We praise God over here like CC sis. The BLESSED chick. Had to cut the sinning. I ain't tryna be grilling like call. I'm spitting this that spiritual living. He ain't saved, I'm dipping. Oh, it ain't appealing. Read the word and listen. That's the reason I'm winning. She gon' rep it, yes you are. If they hate, she showing love. She gon' slay and switch it up. Once you walk in, you know he here. Drippin' in BB, she too pure. Reppin' that Father, Son, and Spirit. Yeah, I stay down for the Lord, now I'm coming up. If you give me a play, I'ma run it up. Bring the fire, you know I ain't burning up. Feel like shit, I can mash like a vinegar. Flow too close, it's shit like a thunderer. 30 inches, you know you gon' thunder. No, I'm never gon' flip like a tumbler. Give a spell with the pen like a stimuler. Yeah, running it up like sneakers. Retro one with the features. How you so humble and stay fly? It's the fear of God, no geezer. Yeah, the player on 10, this ain't for the grand. The fight don't come with the visual. The Lord been bracing the stats, the sun in the A's. Going to digital. The sinning, I ain't tryna be grilling like call. I'm spitting this that spiritual living. He ain't saved, I'm dipping. Oh, it ain't appealing. Read the word and listen. That's the reason I'm winning. She gon' rep it, yes you are. If they hate, she showing love. She gon' slay and switch it up. Once you walk in, you know he here. Drippin' in BB, she too pure. Reppin' that Father, Son, and Spirit. Yeah.
I wanna know what you're saying to me. I'll listen close when you speak to me. I need your love all over me until the end of time. To have you so close to me feels like I'm supposed to be so special today. No one could ever make me feel this way. I never have to wonder why when things don't go my way. I know that he is changing things to put them in my favor. I'm learning not to question where he leads me. I will always follow. I put my faith in him, the one who died to set me free. Speak to my heart. Speak to my heart. My heart. Speak to my heart that's real. I'm emotional sometimes, living day to day. Only His mercies I see, even through the pain. Hey, it's so important to me. Help me see the way. Yeah, I hear you deep inside my heart. Keep the trust today. You know I can hear it clearly. I wanna get to a place in you and trust you for every move I make. I gotta hear my heart. I gotta hear my heart. Speak, yeah. Speak to my heart. In my heart. Speak to my heart. I need to hear you. Speak to my heart.
Message is for. Might be for me. I'm thanking God for it. It's on my heart. So we're gonna sing it for you. Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? To get where you're going. Sometimes you need to know when to go. So, where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? To get where you're going. 'Cause I see you gotta go. Sometimes you gotta go with love to find you. I'm not saying leave what you love behind you, no. But listen to life and move when it's time to, yeah. 'Cause you don't owe nothing to who you were yesterday, but everything to who you are today. So where you gonna go? Sometimes you gotta go. Sing it one more time. We're gonna go. 'Cause I see you going somewhere. Someplace. You gotta go. Never know tomorrow there might be a mountain. Said an unexpected mountain you gotta climb, yeah. After climbing, all of a sudden you see a river you gotta swim through, and I'm here for you forever. I'm here to help, but some things you gotta do. So where you gonna go? Somewhere you gonna go? Where you gonna go? To get where you're going. Yeah. Get where you're going. I'm trying to be a better me. I don't know about you, but I need to see where you gonna go, where you gonna go, what the future has for me. Oh yeah, get where you're going. Oh yeah.
Welcome to the Love and Victory Show with Val, where we will bring you candid conversation. In each conversation, we will talk about real life ups and downs while tackling unresolved matters. We will also unmask issues and truly speak straightforward and candid about our needs and brokenness, while allowing ourselves to exhale so that we can become victorious. This is a place where you can be open to the possibilities of living life in abundance while gaining tools to become bold and complete. So let's get to it.
We have amazing guests each week, and today is no exception. Join us as we change lives one conversation at a time. You know what to do. Now let's get to it. Ready then. Aaron, we're ready to go? All righty,
Yeah.
we're back in, and I hope you guys enjoyed the music. I hope you enjoyed the first half of the show. I know that we had some technical difficulties, but again, didn't want to move on further without still celebrating Brother Carter.
Mhm.
All righty then, and Aaron, it is time.
Even in the midst of all of that birthday celebration, we had an anniversary we had to celebrate also, which we really couldn't get to because she made my birthday a priority.
Oh.
Yes, yes.
So thank you so much.
How many
for that.
years?
35.
35.
Yes.
35.
What a blessing.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
And I said, this should have been the priority, the 35 versus the 64.
Right.
But she just jumped in and took over, and it was just supposed to be just a quiet weekend, just the two of them.
Right.
And then I don't know how it turned out, but I'm so glad she
And
did.
I
what
guess
she
Val
did.
went Val.
She
right?
went barrel.
Well, I just want to say,
Yeah.
when you are in a place that you recognize that someone is always pouring into you,
Mhm.
and God gives you the opportunity to pour back.
Yes.
Pour back. Don't be selfish with
And
it. because
I'm so grateful. I may have known there was something taking place,
Right.
but then actually the actual people showed up to the room also. Maybe 12 to 15 people showed up.
Wow.
And that was a huge surprise. Yeah.
Yeah.
It came in with gifts, and I mean, like she said, she just started this Saturday.
Right.
Well, she started it Friday
Yes.
when we got there.
I got
Right.
overwhelmed because
Yeah.
it wasn't coming
It went.
together.
Right.
And I shut
So
down.
she actually got it started Saturday.
Mhm.
Yes.
The day of.
Yeah.
So all you knew was the balloon lady.
Yeah. He had
Someone who we'd never seen before.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And
it was awesome though. It was awesome, man. And shout out to all my kinfolk out there that came to and celebrated with me, man. Shout outs to y'all, man. Y'all made it worth it.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad, baby, that you enjoyed it. We're gonna take this show and keep it going because we can go all day long about
Talking
that
about the party.
birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
But Aaron,
Okay, if you were at the party, this was for you.
there you go. The party is still going. All righty then. And if you could, Aaron, we're gonna go with the acronym, the title of the show, and the acronym.
There we go.
Yes. So this week, the conversation is The Shift Begins Here. And this week's acronym is SHIFT.
All right.
Mhm.
S is for strength, the capacity of an object or substance to withstand great force or pressure. H is for honest, free of deceit and untruthfulness, or sincere. I is for intention, to have a course of action as one's purpose or objective, to have a plan. F is for fear, an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. And lastly is T for transformation, a thorough or dramatic change in form or appearance.
Mm-hmm.
All righty then. Shift. Again, when I think about shifting, you know, sometimes that shift can be scary. Sometimes that shift is necessary. Sometimes that shift is like, I'm not ready for it. I don't want to do it. It takes a lot of teeth pulling and still wanting to keep your feet in. So I'm going to come over here to.
It's definitely transformative.
Yes, it is. I'm going to come over here to you, Alan. When you decided that you wanted to start your own business, what was that shift like for you? Because you were in corporate America.
I was. And you know what? God kind of forced me to shift, to be honest. He forced me because I kind of already had my business on the side, you know, handful of tax clients. But I was a controller at an engineering company going on 3 years. But I knew about halfway into that, like, this isn't the long-term job for me. Too many details to get into, but this just wasn't it. This wasn't it. And so actually, it's funny, going into tax season, right as we're hitting April, I actually officially got laid off from that job. But I knew going into that year, I was telling myself, I was like, well, my own business is growing. This job is going nowhere. But I kind of stayed stuck. One, I mean, it was 2 paychecks, which is nice. So I'm not going to trip on that. But I knew there was something bigger. I just was slow on listening to him and making that shift.
Could it be fear?
And it was a little bit of fear, honestly. It was a little bit of fear. And that's what I tell clients now, hey, I've lived through this, clients who are, you know, kind of working and trying to make that jump into their own businesses. It is scary, you know, because it's like, hey, I got the one
guaranteed check.
Exactly.
That I think
That's comfortability as well.
Yes.
So I'm comfortable, right?
You're right. But I'd say the one thing that I've learned is there's no growth in being comfortable.
No,
there's no growth in being comfortable. And so I'm very thankful for God forcing the hand for me to do it, because, you know, I want to be somebody who has a vision that's big enough for me, big enough for my family, but big enough for others, and help them, you know, along the way. And so that was the shift that had to take place for me, is that, you know, as the saying always goes, you know, if you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. And so that's the shift I had to take. Like, hey, you got this, you can do this, let's go.
All righty then. And same question to you.
I would say probably for me is the thought of living and not existing.
Oh, I like that.
And so,
man, you got to break that down for me. So life or death you just spoke of right there.
Literally.
In that sense, it's like when you're going through day-to-day routines and whatnot, the mindset of, does this bring me happiness? Does this bring me joy? Does this fulfills me or brings me purpose?
Yes.
In that sense. And as you self-reflect and evaluate, in time, you think about, am I just going through and cruising through life and existing and just being a placeholder, or am I truly living and living in the sense of an abundance, or just feeling a sense of just glory, you know, fulfillment in that sense.
You know, and if I could dig in on that a little more, because some people are comfortable just existing, you know, and I'm going to ask from a therapist standpoint, are they comfortable, or are they also a little fearful? Or this is their norm?
Well, I can speak on that as a comfortable individual.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
So some of us that are just comfortable are actually just comfortable. We're okay with.
We're gonna ask the therapist on that.
I'm just saying, some of us that are comfortable are actually comfortable and okay in the space in which they exist.
Oh,
and so. Everybody is not persons or people that want to just go. That take a unique individual one that likes to go on. That individual, I believe, is the ones that's never comfortable, always trying to be more and wanting to be more and more and more. And I don't have nothing against that, and that's a beautiful thing. I wish I had that kind of drive in me sometimes, but I just that this don't exist in me right now.
I wasn't talking about you.
Well, I'm just talking about a compliment. I'm just jumping in on the conversation where it is.
Okay.
The conversation where it's located.
So
yeah.
if I hear you correctly, what I hear you saying is that there are some people that are created to be just comfortable in their space. And I'm going to ask that. I'm still coming back to this therapist. Come on over here. You already Val's calling out, just teasing.
I think there's a myriad of factors when it comes to one's comfortability or their feelings of what comfort looks like for them, or the uncomfort. And like you mentioned before, you know, individuals sometimes don't feel like they need to change, or they're okay, because as a therapist, we look at the, you know, multiculturalism, their age, their background, where they're at in their career, their lifestyle overall, and go based upon that to determine, do they feel like they need to make that shift and move in that sense to explore, to motivate, or become even more motivated? Or are they fine with where they're at, just easy going through life and so forth like that? So it depends. It's
on the individual.
There's internal factors and external factors that play a role into that person's overall mindset.
You know, the reason I said I wasn't speaking on you is because he's truly comfortable in his skin and where he's at, and there's nothing wrong with that. Where I am the total opposite, and I think that's why it works so well. He's never been a person that said, Valerie, you're doing too much. At the same sense, I understand his makeup, which is our balance, because I know when I'm doing too much and when I'm tired, I can rest. And it's nothing looking, it just works. And so and I think that's important too, that you have a healthy balance in your relationship, because if you're a person that's always doing and your person is not that person, that can be a conflict, you know. And if you both are always doing, when do y'all meet?
Exactly. I mean, that comes with compromise.
Yes.
In that sense, for sure. And you got to understand each other's you know, strengths, weaknesses, where they're at, and you have to, you know, compromise and meet them. I mean, it's 35 years. You know, but the existing and what else?
Let's just take it.
I mean, it really what makes you happy?
You
know, what brings you peace and what brings you joy in life? Is it being comfortable? If that bring you peace, I don't see nothing wrong with it. But if it doesn't, then you need to shift and start doing something more for yourself. I mean, if you sitting up there looking at yourself, okay, let's say take this to the basics, and you overweight you overweight, you have all these different diabetes and whatever the case might be in your life. And you keep looking at yourself and not liking what you see. It's time to make a shift. You're not happy no more.
Something's going on.
Something needs to change in your life right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good.
And so therefore, when you at a place like that, you have to do something, and you're miserable at the state you in. The shift begins right here.
But do you know, and I guess this is a question, do a person really know that they are not in a good place?
Yes.
If it's something.
I'm not a licensed therapist, but I know.
We're gonna start off with your unlicensed part. From an unlicensed therapist, you would say they know what the heck's going on.
I would say yes.
Okay. From a licensed therapist, could you please give us your?
I would say yes, but at the same time, I would say, you know what? I don't want to accept what I'm thinking.
Okay.
You know, so
I mean, there's two perspectives of it. You know, someone can be aware of the situation or what they're dealing with, but they still don't want to put the forefront effort to make that change or that commitment.
Or they don't have the tools.
They don't have the tools or the resources in that sense, or even knowledge.
I believe that's an excuse, though.
I disagree. I disagree. Y'all see that? You see how we
I
debate?
believe that's an excuse.
I disagree because I think that sometimes a person can say, prime example. I'll put myself out there. Prime example. Every time I would go, this is early on in my life, adult life, I would go into a certain room. I would always feel small. And so it didn't matter how much he would say, okay, I want you there or you're good. I still felt small. And so I wanted to feel better about myself. And I tried to feel better about myself. But every time I went into this space, I felt small. And it didn't matter what he said. And I wanted to do something different. So that's why I'm saying.
What you're saying is, there's no cure for insecuritiness, what you're saying?
No, that's not what I said. See, you see how you like to
that's
put
insecure and lack of confidence.
No,
that's what that is.
No, that's
I would ask the therapist, is there
no.
Love it.
Can you get past insecurity, lack of confidence?
See, it's easy to.
No, I'm just saying.
But we're going to the therapist over here.
Yeah.
But it's easy to put something in a box that a person doesn't lack. You see what I'm saying? So when it's not
what you was describing sounds insecure, though, honey.
Brother Carter, you're not licensed.
That was the box you that was the box you formed right there.
I think it's good that even with being licensed and non-licensed, I take a lot from my clients and our patients, and I also learn from them too. So their perspectives bring a lot of emphasis on their day-to-day in that sense. And so I think someone can have optimal confidence in themselves, but still have insecurities that are still dwelling in that sense. And it's like ongoing daily, when you wake up in the morning, there may be some slight of insecurity about how you're looking or how you may present or something like that, so it's just like ongoing. And it's
so how do you deal with that?
You're not a politician? You see how he weaves through that? No,
how do you deal with that though?
Reassurance.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Reassurance. And that reassurance could be
self-affirmation and stuff like that.
Well, yes, but sometimes people are not always receptive to self-affirmation.
Right.
They have their own ways of how they make them feel good within themselves. I know for me, growing up, like I was always like, oh, we're so proud of you, this, that, and the third. But now as an adult, that doesn't really appease to me. That self-affirmation is not something that shifts or changes me. I have to find other ways to make me feel good and ensure that when I make that shift, it is of great resolve, right? And ultimate commitment alongside responsibility.
Yes.
To ensure, again, absolute accountability when I make that shift.
Okay. I love what you're saying because
he sounds like a lawyer, did.
No, I love what he's saying because it's so easy, and I got to keep going back. It's so easy through my vision, through how I see things, how I feel, to say how one should respond or what they should or what they can do. But when you're not affected or you're not walking in that person's perspective or what their experience have been, it's hard for you to even imagine what they're going through and what it takes for them to walk into that room. And so it's easy to say they lack confidence. It's easy to say their self-esteem is low. It's far more than that. And they're working their way through it, but it's far more than saying you need to look at yourself in the mirror and think better of yourself. It's
is it a self-belief though? Because if you believe that you are walking into that room and you can be confident and own the room, not feel a certain way when certain people tell you things, because some people just have that unshakable belief and confidence in themselves. Can you get to that point?
You will get to that point. I think that it evolves over time. And I think that for me, and since I put myself out there, I think that in the beginning, a lot of those things came from childhood. You come from the things that have been fed to you as a child, experiences
Yep.
that you went through, you know, that may be different from the other people in the room, or it could be the same. But in your mind, in that particular time, that you're the only one that
Yep.
feels like this.
Yep.
You're the only one that have went through this. And for someone to say what you're feeling is not real, or it's not, even if you take weight, you know, I gained weight, and then my husband never seen it. I kept seeing myself gaining all of this weight, and I was having a whole breakdown going to look for clothes. But he always told me how beautiful I was, and he didn't realize that I had gained as much weight until the weight came off, and there was a picture of him and I in the house, sitting in the living room, and he
say, "Who the hell is that?"
He literally did, because he didn't remember the weight came off at several, but that picture had been there. And he took the picture down because he didn't know who he had taken a picture with, literally, but again, he's always seen me as a beautiful woman and has always encouraged me.
You still was a beautiful woman.
Right.
Even in your thickness.
Right. But the reason I'm saying, and I brought all of that up to say that I knew I had a problem.
Right.
He didn't see it as a problem. He saw it one way. And I guess what I'm trying to say is people's perspective are different in their experience.
I think, just to piggyback on what you're talking about here, I think that any one of us can go in any given room, anytime, and lack confidence in it. Anybody can step in any room at a certain time, and you can have a lack of confidence. I don't fit in this. I'm not comfortable speaking in this arena. And so that's why I think it's always wise. You always talk about compartmentalizing things. That's what you say about me, putting everything in a box.
Right.
I likes to work within a box versus working in boxes. You know, that I never can control the boxes, but I can work in that one in that box right there. And I think so many people that get off track because they're trying to work with too many boxes at one time.
Okay. All right, I'm licensed. I like that. Let me see what y'all jump in here. Come on, jump in here. Come on.
I'm trying to learn the therapist over here some things right now. Y'all get me out here learning them.
Okay, come on.
That's what the old folks say, learn them. They don't teach you that, they learn you.
So, well, and that's why I asked that question, because one of the things that I've thought about, and that I believe, but I know everybody's situation is a little bit different, is that you truly you don't attract what you want, you attract what you believe.
Right.
And so if you truly believe that you are, this and this and that, whether that's good or bad, I feel like that is usually what's going to come through. And I wholeheartedly believe that your inner beliefs come from, one, having a shift in mindset, as we're talking about, and those internal conversations that you're having with yourself on, like, hey, can I be this person? This is who I am, accepting that identity, whether good or bad. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I was curious about that question. But I wholeheartedly believe it starts with that inner belief that we have to, no matter what, like you say, no matter what somebody else is telling you, he's telling you, how beautiful you are. But you like, no, I know that I've, gained weight in this season. So like, I'm not going to not think I'm beautiful, but at the same time, you still feel a certain way about where you are because of, what you're telling yourself and what you're seeing. So, that's my kind of thoughts on that.
I think also, like, with the beliefs, like, you can believe this, that, and the third, but at times you still have that flashback, that memory that could deviate or take you back to that place to where now you have that sense of lack of confidence and self-worth. And the word that comes to mind is resiliency, and having that wall to say, okay, even though I may not be great at this, I'm going to do my best. So it reinforces that belief or that mindset to have, say, I'm going to do this.
That's exactly what happens, because then the more you're conscious of it, the more you try to work toward it, that thing still pops his head up. But what's happening is like working out with weights. You know, over time you get stronger, and you recognize, I see you trying to come for me. I'm not doing this. My mind, so I can walk in that room more. And just, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Resiliency. I love that.
Yeah. All right then. Well, we just gonna keep.
So
this.
what we found out in this lesson
What did we find out?
is that our mental capacity controls everything about who we are as individuals, everything that we can become, everything that we are, everything we have been, past, present, and future, all relies on what's between the ears. We have to control those things. But in
I'm
our
still
mind,
coming back to.
I understand that, but at the end of the day, when I'm feeling uncomfortable in a situation, when I'm feeling uncomfortable in a room, somehow I have to get my mind.
That
fixed.
I agree with that.
You in the room right now. You're gonna have to fix your mind. I was looking at this show 911 yesterday, and they took a spaceship and went up into the sky, and the guy, one of the brilliant minds up there, he panicked up there. And the lady told him, if you don't get your damn mind right, you're going to take the oxygen out of here for everybody. But she had to talk to him about getting his head right because he was in a panic state. And when you're in a panic state, you already lost the game. So you have to make sure you control what's going on. But God didn't give us a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and of a sound mind. And if you don't have that third part of that thing, man, you destined.
That's real good. I like
to
that.
fall.
You're
destined to fall. You have to control it. You got to control it.
Okay.
Even the negative thoughts, you got to control them thoughts,
I'm
man.
gonna have to say too far the unlicensed. The unlicensed is winning over here.
Right.
Okay, come on, licensed. What you can do there?
Well, they saying the same thing, but they doing the educated portion of it. I'm just like I'm like the congresswoman. I'm gonna just give it to you raw.
Jasmine Crockett.
I'm gonna just give it to you raw, just the way it is.
And we want that. We want that. Absolutely, we want that.
People are receptive to that. You know, sometimes we can get too educated and people miss the mark on what you're trying to say.
Okay.
So that's why you have Brother Carter on Love and Victory Show with her.
I love
Let's continue, but you never want to lose who you are as an individual.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Never want to lose who you are.
So how do we help someone? There is someone that is where we've been, where we're going. There's someone and they feel stuck. They don't know how to make that shift. They're struggling with what that shift look like. They're in their mind, they're fearful of all the what ifs, because that's most of the thing. That's most of the time. That's what holds us back. It's the what ifs, because people that are controlling need to be able to process what that's going to look like. How can we help someone that is stuck in the what ifs?
Well,
what ifs?
The what ifs.
In my practices, you mentioned about, and the phrase that stood out, in my mind. It's here in the clouds, and that's what continues the cycle of fear in that sense. But if you put it in practicality or write it down, you start to process it and self-reflect.
That's good.
Understand, and then see, these are things I got to weigh out to help me understand how to make that shift and where I need to go. That'll give you a sense of navigations. And once you write it down, then you can put it into action.
Right.
That's good. I really like that. Now, what about the person that don't like to write?
Sometimes.
Oh, look at Erin putting her hand up.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like I'm just kind of reiterating what Tidario just said, but my brain literally just went to quit asking what if and start asking what is.
Oh, Okay.
reframing on that shit.
Yeah.
Because the what if really is just like, you're trying to anticipate and prepare and plan and, try to think ahead, right? Which can be good, but depending on what it is, it can be detrimental. On the other hand, when you start asking what is, you're literally forcing yourself to take a look at the facts of what's going on, right? So I don't know. I feel like at least being able to figure out what that baseline is kind of gives you what you got to do next.
Okay, Alan,
I'm looking at this commercial, right? On TV that comes on that talks about what if, what if you put in all this work, athletes showing different athletes playing baseball, football, basketball, track, all these different things. Talking about what if I do all this work and still lose? But then it ends and say, well, what if you win?
Exactly. No,
that's good.
Stop talking about
what's not going to be
stuff.
Exactly.
Right.
Focus on. Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah. I was gonna say, as been said, the power of life and death is in the tongue. So we cannot live in a state of fear of like, oh my gosh, what is going to happen? Oh, this, oh, that. Yes, you do have to plan for it. Let's be proactive instead of reactive, and then create a strategic plan of like, hey, okay, here's my goal. How do I get to this goal? Okay, what are the things that can go wrong?
Right.
Okay, but how do I combat those things that can go wrong? So to me, as we're talking about, if you write it out, because I'm so big on goals because, personally and professionally, and then I think if you write it out, it makes it real. So you can't go off of, what if this happens? But I love what Aaron said. What is, I am going to accomplish this. This is my plan for accomplishing this. And this is how I'm gonna lay it out so it can get done. Because you have to have that spirit of belief. Because if you have a spirit of fear, the fear is always going to win.
I think
for sure.
I think people, and again, I'm going back to the people that need to see before, we talk about faith and we talk about, I trust, I want God to show me this, God is that's how I'm going to do this thing. But then immediately we tend to want to put God on over here. And then we jump on, but what if I do this? How is this going to look? We're putting ourselves back in control. I'm going to keep pushing back. What do you do to the person, or how do you help the person that's always wanting to control the narrative or the outcome of a situation, because they always
mean in their own situation or in other people's
well, what I'm getting ready to say, we're talking about their situation, because nothing's changing in their lives, but they keep making the same mistake and they keep going back to the same result. How can we help that person? You the therapist.
I know, but I want to shift it up.
Okay.
I would say, okay, how can we help that person who keeps making the same mistake, right? I believe it has to start with them.
But how does it start with them when they don't see it being a problem? You understand? They continue. I ain't talking about myself.
Right.
They continue to break down. They continue to have these same issues. They say, I'm trusting that I am growing. I'm trusting the process. But every time a wind blows, they fall apart. How do you help them?
In that aspect, that's a good. That's good. But I would say you can't help somebody who doesn't want help. They have to see it in themselves first. You have to. Now you can be supportive and, give them, as we talked about, positive affirmations, or, hey, you can do this, but you can't do it for them.
I know, but if they keep talking to you about it and you're getting, okay.
Yeah. And
I'm not talking anybody. If y'all call me, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. Don't get your feelings.
Right. But fully hypothetical. Yeah.
Truly. Yeah. So if they keep repeating the same thing, almost like it's on a repeat, and they keep doing the same thing, and they keep falling out the same way, and they keep getting that result.
I have something fun.
You got something fun?
Record it. Record the individual. The individual should record themselves, or whatever the case may be. and play it back to hear themselves sometimes.
Ooh.
Damn it, this is what I keep doing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm just loving the energy. It's good. This is like group therapy.
Right.
So what you're suggesting is that maybe we should hit record and then send it to them?
Yeah,
Because
I think you should just record with, okay, and just listen it out, hear it out, let them vent it out, and then okay, next time we talk, let's record it again. And then,
it's a lot of interventions or insights in that sense. You're talking about the mindset and them wanting to make that change themselves. Like again, goes back to that great resolve. Like you have to in knowing be ready for that, in that sense. But then like you're meaning the intervention about let's record, let's actually hear you listen to yourself in reality time, what mistake you have made and what course of action you're going to make that shift or that change, and make sure you hold yourself accountable, because again, you're going in the same circle 9 times out of 10. You're aware of it for sure. But you're not making a full commitment 1,000% to make that shift or that change.
This is powerful.
And you don't, even though you're self-reflecting, again, you're not holding yourself accountable for that self-reflection.
So basically what you're doing is you're looping everybody else into your bull crap. And so you're making us become, and I'm not talking about nobody. You're making us become a part of your dysfunction.
And it can matriculate into poisoning or just looting everyone's mindset, right?
And the relationship.
Yes, and they can definitely tarnish the relationship. So it's like you have to make that great resolve to make that shift and that change.
So that individual does. So what does the person that's being affected need to do in their shift?
You need to take care of your own damn self.
I would say, I mean, healthy boundaries.
Yes.
Putting up healthy boundaries. It does not stop a person from.
You see what he said?
Coming
healthy
in,
boundaries. Right? I say take care of your damn self, and he cleaned it up.
There you go.
He should keep us on air, right?
Healthy boundaries. That's what we need.
There we go. Okay, and healthy boundaries, right? They all have, you look at it, doors. It's a door. It's accessibility. You can open and you can close it. But in that sense, you can create healthy boundaries and say, hey, I respect you. Thank you for sharing, but I think it's time for me to shift and say no, and understand that this is my boundary and I want to support you, but now it's affecting my mental, physical.
Come on now. Come on. You preaching now, bro.
And so I have to reinforce these boundaries and close this door and not creep it open, but keep it closed to where it doesn't, again, toxify myself.
Toxify. I like that.
What y'all can get on the Love and Victory Show with Val for free? No, that's real good. I like that. Aaron, I see you over here waving your hand. Come on, Aaron. What?
So we actually have people in the tripping over all my words today. No, but we have people in the Carter Crew comments. They were literally sitting here. It's like, hey, we got your answer, and y'all are just going. I was like, hey, they trying to comment, but we had Lenita Bennett on YouTube. She said they have to see that it's a problem. Yes. How can you help them if they don't see it? And then the Mrs. AP, I believe that's your like Mrs. Anika.
You don't have to tell them.
Well, for everyone who don't know, that's Mrs. AP. She's a certified counselor. But she was saying, educate on the stages of change and help them identify where they are in the stages. Lovingly call out the repeat. Then ask for the desired outcome.
Okay, so y'all know me.
Stop right there.
Yeah. How do you lovingly, when you done heard it and you started off lovingly, but it is 999 times they come back with the same thing? And so how do you lovingly, I should have set a healthy boundary before, because now
you toxified right now.
So I can't give it to them.
Your toxicity you got it. Yeah. Now y'all meeting each other at the same place.
You want to meet my energy? Okay, there you go. All right then. A therapist, would that be what has happened? I need to go
I
to
was in the
therapy.
moment
Then? Okay, then. Would you say that's probably what?
Well, and you know what? You say, how do you lovingly tell somebody that,
Yes,
right?
yes.
I think you can only do that so many times. And sometimes it has to be unlovingly.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at some point it has to be unlovingly, because if they are consistently, like we say, dragging you into their crap,
Yeah.
they're not you, they are
Not taking your
they are,
advice.
going over your healthy boundary.
Yes.
Then at a point in time, you have to tell them, like, no, the buck stops here.
Yes.
And it can be unlovingly sometimes. But I
I'm
think
gonna disagree
sometimes
with the word unlovingly because you can still disagree lovingly.
Yes.
How you do
without-
that?
So we're talking between nice and mean right
Well,
now.
how do you
But the
do that?
love itself,
You can
well, the
feel-
love is
It's
there.
gonna be-
Look
But
at Aaron.
it
Look at
doesn't
Aaron.
have to be
Aaron's
nice.
being petty this morning.
But he's right.
the love itself remains.
Yeah, yeah.
Right
the love
now,
is
I'm
still
not
there.
gonna
Yeah.
be nice
You're right.
about it because right now you've gotten
Nice.
on my
You're
nerve.
right.
Now
Right.
I'm finna
Exactly.
tell you,
Yes.
that I don't want to hear this shiggity no more.
Exactly.
Go
Yes.
and turn to that wall over there and talk to that wall. You repeat
Yes.
the same thing over and
Yes.
over and over
Right.
and over again.
Right.
So I'm not that person, right? I'm not qualified to receive something over and over again. That's not in my makeup. So you have to understand that, and I probably would let you know
You will.
that
Mhm.
I didn't heard this shiggity one time too. Well, I heard
Right,
you the
right,
first
exactly.
6 times,
Yes.
and you come around 7, 8 times. Now you finna get it.
Lawrence, it only
And,
takes
and
you
you're
2
doing
times.
it in a nice and stern,
Yes.
firm
Yes.
way,
Stern.
but
Who
still
doing it?
But
respect.
the love ain't gone.
But
Wait. Who's doing it tonight? So-
we speaking hypothetical.
Hypothetical, right? Hypothetical.
Okay, so you do it in a loving way, hypothetically.
Right.
Okay,
Not necessarily nice.
Not necessarily
but I
nice.
still love them.
Yes, because they are just firm and reassuring and like, hey, like I hear you,
Yeah.
baby. I love you,
Mhm.
but
You getting on my damn nerves.
But if you still in the same spot, you don't want to change who you are.
Exactly.
Something you need to work out within yourself.
All right, then that's real good.
Mhm.
Okay, Aaron, you want to bring the Carter crew back in because they over here.
I was just about to cue y'all in. Awesome. All right. So I do want to do this comment, though. It's just really funny. It says, I recall a birdie asking Alan when he was going to take the lead. This was earlier in the show.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
That is true. That is true.
This is AP is petty.
Right? Ain't she though?
She wants
So
you to answer
petty.
the question. When you gonna take the lead?
Well, she was talking about the job I was talking about
Uh-huh.
earlier. She kept telling me, like, when are you
Gonna
when you
take the
going
lead?
when you gonna go into your own business full time?
I know what she was
And
talking about. So,
yeah.
how did it go?
It's going
There
great.
you go.
Going great.
It's
No,
going
the
great.
reason I said that she when they laid you off,
Uh-huh.
she was did she go? I told you so, or did she go?
Pretty much, because
Okay.
she's petty like that.
That's my
Yes.
right there.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, then. Keep
The
going,
things
Aaron.
we have to deal with.
Right?
All right. So we had Sophie ask, how much should you weigh, or what's your limit before you burst out your inner side?
And, yep.
Like,
And
what's
that's what
like,
we were just talking
or maybe
about.
a
You can
clarifying
only take
question:
so much.
what's the difference between like pushing through
Mhm.
and literally holding in because you're about to explode?
Okay, I need some help with that because
I feel like when it's like non-negotiable at this point.
Yeah.
When you have exhausted all of like your sense of patience,
okay.
and you're like, hey, like I'm tired. Like this is it.
Mhm.
If you're not committing to this change,
Mhm.
then I'm not going to put into you.
Mhm.
There's no one pouring into me.
Because you done took everything out of my head.
Yeah.
Out of me. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's real good. I
you
like
messing
that.
up my peace now. So now,
Mhm.
it's
That's good.
affecting me now. So it's time for something have to stop.
So, and I have to be
Yeah.
the one to say for me. I have to protect my peace. in this
Yes.
one. Okay, real good. All right,
You
Aaron.
know what your peace is?
What is it?
Okay, anything that's between those 2 ears of yours, that's where it rely.
Okay, then. Y'all heard what Brother Carter's the unlicensed therapist said.
When it start affecting this, when it start getting cloudy and foggy and everything,
Distortions.
that's a sure sign that
Slow it down.
you're on the edge. On the edge.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead, Aaron.
All right. I think this goes to everyone in the room. Roger Houston asks, what is the best shift you have ever made?
Mm.
Oh, I want to start with you guys. Okay. Alan started off first. I'm starting with you, Tadaria.
Let's see, the best shift I've ever made is honestly putting myself first. Putting myself first. For a long time, I lived with helping individuals, of course, in my field, but just personally putting myself first and doing things for me, living for me. You know, I've never ridden a horse before, and I recently rode a horse, you know, on the ocean side, you know, zip lining. All those things I'm living, and I'm putting myself first and having a sense of purpose in life, you know, and not always having to, hey, what do you need help with, or this time the third. It's now
pouring into other folks.
What can I do for myself to continue to make this shift of happiness?
You know, and
that's good.
I'm gonna tell you, when soon as you said that, for the people that are not in the studio, it was so profound. His whole body shifted. Did you see it?
Yes.
Your whole body, your whole being shifted, and it was almost like a light clicked on. And so for me, I can truly say that what you just said was so authentic. It was so true. And for those that don't know, he is putting himself first. So don't think he acting funny when he push back. He is when he say no, he mean no. When he say yes, he means yes, but you don't get to control how he feels and how he reacts.
That's grown up right there.
I've seen that shift. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, I'm turning over to you.
That's grown up right there.
You know what? I'll go where he zigged, I'll zag. What I'll do, and I'll talk about this in more so of a business perspective, because this is the shift I noticed in my business, is that I was always putting kind of me first in that aspect. And I think like, hey, you know, hey, do you need this? Do you need that? This is what we can do. This is what we can do. But then I had a shift of like, hey, let me give more than I receive in that aspect. Let me give as much free away as I possibly can. And I'm just a firm believer that when I do that, it'll come back to me, you know, triple fold. I'll never forget one of the affirmations of this is I was at a conference, and I was talking with a now still client at this conference. And so she had a few questions about her business, and she was like, hey, I got a few questions for you. Can I buy you an old fashioned? And we talked. I was like, I'm a cheap date, of course. So we started talking, and, you know, she just asked me questions. I was just going through it. And she's been a client because she's like, you know what? She told me this later. She's like, you gave me so much, you know, and helped me so much that I was like, well, if I get this for free, what can I get when I actually pay him? You know, so in that manner, I think at least in, you know, kind of a business aspect, I think just, hey, give away as much free, be helpful. Ask people, hey, how can I serve you? How can I help you first? And those things come back to you.
I agree with you to a point, because I've been in this game a little while. And I love that because I'm a giver too.
Yes.
So I 100% agree with you. But there are some people that are natural takers.
Oh, well, that is true.
And so
that is very true.
I'll never forget, Brother Carter helped me one day. I was trying to secure a client. This client knew about my work. He knew what I could do. And I was on the phone, and I was just going on and on and on about what I can do, and even giving them how they can do it. Right. And he came in the room, and I was at home. I never forget. He came in the room and he said, "Oh," well, he didn't just say it like that. Y'all know him. And you're giving away the stove. You're giving away everything. If you give them all that, why do they need you? You ain't got to pay you. And so come to find out, a hard lesson I had to learn when it came down to it, he did end up saying, I'm going to go another direction. And because he thought he can do it. But he ended up having to come back.
See?
And I taxed that behind because they made a mess of it.
Of course.
But I say to you, I'm bringing all that up to say that yes, you want to give. I give.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
You give, but you can't be so gullible.
Agreed.
You understand what I'm saying? Because
I get it.
There are people literally out there that
to pick your, they want to pick your brain.
Yeah,
they need to charge for that.
Yeah, I agree.
People always want to pick your brain for information. You know that what you think about that, but they're trying to get something from you.
Get something from
on
you.
the slick side.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's my consultation is you pick my brain. You're gonna have to. This is my consultation, right?
Anytime they want to.
Yeah. you want to you want to give me a what is that? Old fashioned?
There you go.
Okay, that's gonna be another $300 fee that goes with that old fashioned.
Because what I also learned is that people also sit down with you and they say they had a consultation or they talk with you, and then they take your knowledge, and then when something don't work out, they want to flip the script and say, well, I sat with you and I met with you, and especially licensed people in the medical field, I call it hallway treatment. You can't do it. You know, you get what I'm saying? And it's the same thing for our profession. And so we have to make sure that we're protecting our interests.
And even in the consultation, you don't give up all your information.
Now I will caveat that. So here's one of the things that I go with. I'm gonna give you general information. So if we're talking, I'm gonna give you some general information, but everybody, especially in what I do, every situation is a little bit different. You know, so I could tell you this generally, but that doesn't mean it's applicable in your situation. So I say, hey, information is free because we're in the information age, right? So I can give you some general information, but the application is you got to pay for that.
And I love that. I love that, and that's why we're coming back with this because it's one thing to hear it. It's one thing to know it, but you need to know how to apply it.
Absolutely.
Real good. Okay, Aaron, keep going. I know you're over here about to go crazy with us. We ain't wrapping it up. Give them.
Not so you're going crazy, but you and Brother Carter, y'all still got to answer. What was the best shift y'all made? Or individually?
I don't believe in talking about shifts.
You don't?
No.
Why?
I don't know. Just don't want to answer that.
We just had a whole conversation talking about the shifts.
I know. Well, that's a direct question, so there's too many things.
Okay, well, I'll say the best shift I made is when I chose myself versus feeling like that I had to go and punch a clock. Don't get me wrong. Having that check that I know is going to come in regardless to anything until they lay you off or fire you. That's good. But I also walked in that fear of when they're going to let me go and how that impact is going to impact my home. Well, that's kind of the same thing you have in business. You know, so, but I chose myself and I've never been more at peace and happy with myself, even though I have that same fear. Lord, if I don't get a client in this month, what is it going to look like? You know what I'm saying? But I think choosing myself. Okay, Brother Carter, can you say when did you choose yours? You got anything? How did that feel?
No.
He still ain't gonna answer. Y'all see how he is? Okay. Then
He's like, I got too many shifts.
It's too many shifts, man. Okay. I can't pinpoint just one. No.
Got many zigs and zags. All right. So these last three questions, these were in reference to when y'all were talking about comfortability, right? So Neville Washington says or asks, is it being selfish to find comfort in your job?
No. If that's what makes you happy, if that's where you are,
that's what it's about.
It is absolutely nothing wrong with being comfortable in your job. Absolutely not.
Unless you're uncomfortable in your job. Then there's a problem.
Well,
but is it being selfish to find comfort in it? No, I don't think.
Well, let's take it from another perspective. Are you able to live healthy in the job, and you're staying in the job because it's a job you like the people around you, but it's really not fulfilling the things that you need? That's something you may need to
see. And what I was talking about earlier in that job that I was in that I had to leave, I was not comfortable in it, and it didn't fulfill me at the same time. But I still stuck around, and you anytime. So think of it this way: anytime you're sticking around just for the paycheck, you need to go.
You need to
because there's more. This might sound crazy, but there's more to life than just money.
That ain't crazy. That's
you know what I mean? There's more to life than just money, and you can find another job that fulfills you, that you're comfortable in, that pays you. So that's when you know it's time to go. But yeah, it is not selfish to find comfort in your job.
No. Long as you're comfortable in your state of being, you know, where you live in. If your living is
where you want
right here, and you're comfortable, then it's okay. But if your living is here and your job is here,
that credit card bill looks real high.
And it's okay to take the shift. You just have to have a mindset that I may not be here for long. But I need to. My debt is here. My income is here. I need to figure some things out
Absolutely.
because it's not going to change and I can't stay in that same realm. Would y'all agree, professionals?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
got to
would
be
agree.
comfortable with a repossession or so. Yeah,
Because it's coming.
yeah, you got
Okay.
to be comfortable with that.
All right. Stephen Robar on YouTube, he asks, but can you work peacefully being in discomfort?
I can't.
I don't think so.
Okay, come on.
I
Therapist.
probably can. I
I
probably
can't.
can. I can.
You can.
In that sense, with a recent work environment, I knew that they were not of trustworthiness or just
Good character.
yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you have to still maintain your sense of authenticity and genuineness because you want to present as if you're not bothered, you're not affected. In my sense.
So how do you present? Oh, I get it. You're going to present, but then are you working on a plan to exit?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
All right.
you don't want them to see that. So I always
Yes.
tell people,
Never let them see you sweat.
There
you know,
go.
you're
100%.
playing checkers, but I'm playing chess.
Yes, okay.
You know, I'm already-
Right.
That's real good. I like,
like
that.
that.
Yes.
So
All right, cool beans. And then our last question is from Peter Jasper. Did you ever get attached to your comfort zone that it becomes hard to continue your career with effort?
Say that
That's a
again.
lot in that one.
That's a lot.
Did you ever get attached to your comfort zone that it becomes hard to continue in your career with effort? So I think it might be more of the question of like this, right? Let's say you're in marketing, right? Like there's like the entry level, there's like the mid level, top level, then like CEOs and stuff,
Yeah.
right? Let's say you're on your entry level, maybe after a few years you got bumped up, right? And depending what their goals are and stuff, their comfort zone is in that middle layer. And he's asking, like, does getting attached to that comfort zone make it hard to continue with going forward because you're comfortable?
Yeah, it will prohibit you
It will,
from
yeah.
advancing your career. I would say that.
Absolutely.
Because you're comfortable here.
Yeah.
And you don't want to
You
even
don't
apply
wanna
for something.
excel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that just goes along with their sense of mindset.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, living and work, you know, environments and their family. Like,
Mhm.
okay, like if I elevate, will this cause more stress or will this affect my work-life balance, spirituality, and so forth like that? So they may not want to advance further on and whatnot like that. But you have other individuals, and I'm just saying myself, when I'm in a level to where I see everyone else that's here and I'm like exuding here, I'm like, nah, I gotta
shift. Yeah.
Yeah. And so
And I think that speaks to what you need as an individual. That's me. When I see no growth and when I see that I'm just kind of stagnant, and I see that there is nothing going on here, I'm not growing. I can't do. Everything is just like at a standstill. It's not comfortable for me, you know, and so I have to make a shift. So I understand exactly.
I always try to learn, you know, the old folk word. I teach you. I don't try to teach you anything. I always try to say, you know, you reach this level, right? At some point when you reach a level, you have to, in my opinion, take a moment. To enjoy that moment. To smell the roses, and taste the coffee, so to speak, you know. And you know, and too often I see people that get to the level, then they want more. They want more. You know, it's like a dope dealer on the streets. I'm gonna give this analogy of it. You know, he making money. He making good money.
Right.
But you see them on the show all the time. They always want to conquer even more territory. You know, they're never satisfied with what they have. And then eventually you end up exhausting yourself.
I agree with that, but I think I was looking at it and speaking from it from a different perspective because I want to I sit in it. I enjoy the moment. Okay, I'm there, but I'm not going to sit in something for year in and year out.
Oh yeah.
You know, I've enjoyed it. You know, I'm appreciative of it. I'm thankful to God that you got me here. But I know for me as a person, just sitting year in, year out, year in, year out in this complacent state, and there is nothing feeding this thing that God has created inside of me. I know I need to kind of.
Oh yeah, you got to. Yeah, you got to move.
We fit the shift.
Yeah.
So.
I agree with what y'all are saying, is because that's one of the things I think about. There's a difference between being comfortable and enjoying something and being complacent at the same time.
And I think that's the thing that's so important to understand. And if you don't mind, Aaron, can you Google this real quick? Comfortable and complacent, because we're going to take this thing out, because people tend to mix that up. And so you can be comfortable, but you also have to recognize when you're being complacent.
When you're being complacent, exactly. And that's the big difference. You can be comfortable in a job, enjoy your job, and still not be complacent at the same time, and be doing things to make that job better, to make, your life better.
Yes.
But yeah.
Real good. Aaron, can you come on with it?
So according to the Google AI overview, or AI overlords, comfort is a positive state of security and confidence that allows for growth, where complacency is a negative state of self-satisfaction that leads to stagnation and a reluctance to change. So for example, for the mindset, a comfortable mindset would say confident and secure, but still open to growth and improvement. Complacent is self-satisfied, apathetic, and often blind to risk.
Ooh, and what a way.
Don't tell me nothing. It's complacent. I know it all. Don't tell me nothing.
Yes. I love this conversation. This was a really good conversation. And I know it's time to wrap it up. This was a great show. And I can't tell you when that shift happens, what to do with the shift, but we know we need to shift. And so the only one that can answer that question for themselves is you.
Absolutely.
I want to start off to our guests and let you guys share with the people what you got out of the show, what you want to leave them with at the show, and then how they can find you. And we'll wrap it up in your experience on the Love and Victory Show with Val. We'll start with you, Alan.
Sure thing. So biggest thing I take away from today is actually kind of piggybacking off that last piece of what we were talking about. I think that in order to have a good, successful shift, it starts with mindset. It's perfectly okay to be comfortable, but make sure that you're not complacent at the same time. I'm, as we discussed, I'm a firm believer that you attract what you believe, not necessarily attract what you want. You can want all the things, but if you don't believe it, it's not going to happen. So make sure that you are having that positive mindset, speaking positive things into you, and I think positive things will come out. And so Alan Pruitt, CPA, you can find me on Instagram at Pruitt Prep CPA, where we help entrepreneurs and mental health professionals reduce tax liability.
Yes. All righty then. And what was your experience like?
My experience was amazing. I love coming here every time. That's why I asked you guys the question earlier, because every Friday before I'm coming, it's a little bit of nervousness, but a little bit of excitement too.
Give people something.
Right? But it's a good feeling. It's a comfortable feeling, not complacent.
Okay, I love that. Okay.
But I love being here. I think this is a great conversation today, and I just hope we're able to bless some people with this. So this is fantastic.
Thank you. All righty. And to Dario. I tore it up again.
No, you did.
I did good. Okay. I did good.
En route to being Dr. Woods.
Hold on, y'all.
Let's go.
Shout your own thing out.
Let's go.
Let me tell you, he is on his way. Tell him what you just got accepted into. Come on now.
So yes, I recently just got accepted at Walden University for the doctoral program for counseling and education supervision. So.
Yes, y'all heard him say doctor.
Let's go.
There you go. Let's go. We have highly qualified people in here.
That is beautiful.
So I'm thankful for sure. I think what I got out of today's session is the importance of perspectives, right? And how those perspectives can foster growth that can further reinforce change.
Yes.
And that change can then bring about a sense of purpose. And so just understanding those perspectives bring, again, more confidence when individuals, and even with myself, so that way I can share with friends, families, and even my clients and or patients. So that was very enlightening for sure.
Good. That's good.
At where you can find me at on Instagram, lover.woods with 2 V's. As far as my private practice, Woods Wellness and Counseling, the website is woodswellnessc.com is where you can find me at. And as always, it has been a gracious and loving experience being here on the show. I'm always, viewed and welcomed, warm with spirits and so forth. So I'm graciously appreciated of the invitation. So thank you.
Oh, and he's coming back and back and back. So y'all look forward to him in 2026. Both
now
of
you
them.
received your doctorate, or you going to?
Going to. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when he returned, we're gonna call him Dr. Wood.
There we go. There we go.
Let's
go.
All righty then.
Show reverence to that.
Yes. All righty, Brother Carter. What do you want to leave the people with?
You know, I'm a heart and mind kind of individual, and I believe that is essential to our very existence. And so the shift for me is to always try to protect your heart and your mind and throughout this thing called life, because there's so many things, so many elements, so many darts being thrown in our way right now. We got racial division taking place all over the place. We have political climax is just all crazy right now. And so in the midst of that, we have to make a shift, I believe, in our own mental state to make sure that we not become what we seeing, hearing, and feeling around around about us. So protect your heart, protect your mind, above all things, and I think the shift gonna be just perfect, no matter what kind of job you have, no matter what kind of things you want to achieve in life. If you don't protect your mental state, if you don't protect your heart, you're gonna fall to the ways of what's going on. Right? So let's be careful out there. You can find me on Facebook and of course on YouTube every Saturday here on Love and Victory Show with Val. I'm your main man, Brother Carter. Love you.
You gotta love it. I want to say to all of the Carter crew out there and all of the new people, the people that are just tuning in, thank you guys so much for your continual love and support. But I got to start in the house. These three gentlemen showed up and showed out. I thought I was going to have to do a little muscling in here. They showed me, they say, stay in your place, and they did it with love and respect because they held their own. And so I thank you. I thank you, Alan. I thank you, Dateria. There you go. Always messing up. Yeah. But I love you guys so much. Thank you. And Brother Carter, as the baddest co-host, y'all don't know what it's like for him getting up here every Saturday morning and showing up. It's rough, and I'm so grateful for having a man that truly loves me, supports me, and pours into me every single day so that we can continue to pour into you guys. So thank you all. Until next Saturday.
All right.
We're out of here.
We're still going to do 10 wins this year.
Okay. He talking